Tink thought about what Fairy Mary had said. There had to be more to life than pots and kettles. She just knew it. Soon, she and Cheese came to a stream crossing. There, they saw that the bridge had been swept away. The wagon delivery must stay on schedule. Would you find the materials for a new bridge? It was too dark to see in here before. Tink's light gadget was so useful. Tuck that lost thing away for safekeeping, would you please? How did that get there? Oh my, what a strange lost thing. I wonder where on the mainland that came from. What a strange place for that. Well spotted. How unusual. She powered up her light gadget. There were too many vines growing over the cave's entrance for Tink to slip inside. Can you find a pair of clippers? With the vines out of the way, Tink was able to size up the cave. It was awfully dark. The darkness was no match for Tink's light gadget. Something useful might be hidden away in here. Lost things are so interesting. As Tinkerbell peered down into the well, she spotted a water beetle in a bucket. He was trapped. Would you find a crank to draw him up? Another lost thing for Tink's collection. Fitting the crank back into place, Tink drew up the rope. There you go, little fella, she said to the water beetle. Do you see anything that we need for the story in here? This lost thing was perfect for Tink's collection. Good work! The sticks were very heavy. Tink had to pause and rest after dragging each one into place. Excellent! What could be in here? You're so helpful. After gathering up a few spools of vine, Tink braided new lashings for the bridge so it wouldn't fall apart again. Finally, Tink's new bridge was complete. She scurried across with the kettle delivery and hurried on his way. Just then, one of Tink's friends arrived by the stream. Her name was Silver Mist, and her hair was as dark and long as a river on a starless night. As a water fairy, Sil could control water in almost any way she wished. She could talk to babbling brooks. She could even teach water beetles how to slide down big blades of grass, which was why she'd come to the stream that day. Water beetles are tricky. Where could they be? I can't tell the next part of the story until you've found them all. There Very good. That sproutling is all ready to go to the mainland now. Did you know that sproutlings grow into beautiful flowers on the mainland? A charming little sproutling. Thank you for waking that sproutling up. The garden fairies must have missed this one. Perhaps something great job. That will be useful. It was too dark to see in here before. Tink's light gadget was so useful. Wow, Tink will definitely need that. I didn't see that one myself. Terrific! Those are all of the water beetles that Silvermist was going to teach. Sil ushered the beetles into position and encouraged them to tumble down the slide. Tink watched and wished that she were a water fairy too. But before the next beetle could take his turn, they were interrupted by a noisy buzzing. A band of roving jumbleflies came zipping past the stream. Chasing right behind them was Tinkerbell's friend Rosetta. "Stop!" Rosetta cried, and the jumbleflies dropped their loot as they flew away. Between breaths, Rosetta explained that she'd been organizing her best spring seeds when the jumbleflies had swooped in and stolen them. At that moment, Tink was on the verge of an idea. But before I can tell you about it, we must find all of Rosetta's seeds. Can you find them? Aha! How did that get there? That's one of them. What a strange place for that. As soon as Tink had all of Rosetta's seeds, she offered them to her friend. But Rosetta didn't want to touch them. "Ew," she said. "Ew, ew, ew." The jumbleflies had been holding them. Rosetta smiled sweetly at Tink before she asked if Tink would be a dear and help plant the seeds. Of course, Tink was happy to help. In fact, she'd already spotted something that inspired her. Tink flew over to an old wagon she thought might be the perfect base for an invention. Then she had a flash of inspiration. Tinkerbell was determined to make a magnificent multi-action planting contraption that she called a springifier. But this section of the story needs a few extra parts. Would you help look for them? You're so good at finding things. Well spotted. Something useful might be hidden away in here. How unusual. Good work. Do you see anything that we need for the story in here? Excellent. With everything she needed now at hand, Tink was ready to get to work. A contraption that could plant spring flowers automatically would make things a lot easier for the garden fairies. Tinkerbell wasn't ready for that piece yet. Finally, the spring of fire was done, and it was truly morning glorious. I'll definitely get to go to the mainland now, Tink thought to herself. Tinkerbell watched proudly as the spring of fire started up. It was working! It was working! It wasn't working, but Tink didn't stop, not even for an instant. She already had another idea. If she learned another talent, she was positive she'd be able to go to the mainland with her friends. The others weren't so certain. They'd never heard of a fairy switching talents before. But Tinkerbell was bursting with confidence. This plan would definitely work.